Oh, God. Another day, another dollar, I guess, here in a little newspaper. Oh, all right. Gotta get my happy face on.
Oops. Oh, it's recyclable anyway.
Jackson Takis.
Oh my gosh! Steve Ortman from the TH.
Polar Boys tennis player. How's it going, man?
You know, I'm fantastic.
So
What are you doing?
what are you doing down here? Yeah.
Well, I was running this seminar downstairs on how to be a great tennis player and have great hair at the same time, and just came up here to, throw away my Gatorade and wash my hands. But
Sure.
fancy seeing you here.
Yeah. So that's very neat, actually, because we've been doing this show More Than the Score. It's kind of a big deal. And we'd love to have you on as a special guest. You want to be on?
Well, most indubitably. This sounds fantastic.
All right, let's do it.
All right, cool.
Well, hello everyone. Welcome to another episode of TH Media More Than the Score, presented by Dubuque Bank and Trust. I am your host, Steve Ortman, and by circumstance, by chance, whatever you want to call it, we are joined by Dubuque Boys tennis player Jackson Takis.
It's great to be here. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, it's probably one of the better looking panels we've had. Ladies, please. It's
honestly,
professional establishment. But anyway, so we brought Jackson in because this weekend coming up, we got a big weekend on the tennis scene. Dubuque Boys tennis team. Next Tuesday, heading to the state meet as a team. Also, this Friday and Saturday, Jackson and his teammate Jack Lucy are going to be playing in the double state tournament. So, Jackson, first of all, you look at this Wahlert tennis team. You and Jack's a sophomore, you're a senior. Can you talk a little bit about that chemistry you guys have developed over this season?
So, Jack and I first met when he was in 8th grade, and we played like a few sets just at the country club. And right then and there, I knew I was going to be like a mentor to him, and he was a great kid, had a great attitude. And honestly, ever since then, we've kind of hit it off, had great chemistry. We love playing together. Like last year, had some great wins at #1 doubles. Unfortunately, or I guess fortunately, split up during the middle of the season. But yeah, it's been great having him, be my partner this year, and yeah, it's been awesome.
Yeah, and you look at kind of a double dip with the state tournament for you. You and Jack are going down here this Friday and Saturday for the doubles tournament. Next Tuesday, you guys are heading to the state semifinals down in Des Moines. Chance to bring home that elusive state championship. I know you guys have been wanting it. Can you talk a little bit about, you are one of 2 seniors on this team, kind of that leadership role, and how you guys have been able to help along the sophomores?
So yeah, this year, I mean, obviously in the past few years, the state championship is something that we've wanted as a school and as a group and as a team, and it's been hard not getting it, but I think we really want it this year, and we're very excited, and we're working hard, and I mean, being a leader on this team has been great. The kids are awesome. Everyone works hard. Yeah, I mean, I have nothing to complain about. Only positive thoughts about the team, definitely.
Yes, absolutely. And so that's looking ahead for the tennis. Also, we're going to have Dubuque seniors Gus Zuccaro and Jacob Mozina. They're also going to be playing at the doubles tournament. You ran into them a couple times here over the years. Talk a little bit about them. They're a pretty good unit.
Oh, Gus and Jacob, great players, great friends of mine. Yeah, I mean, they're going to do something special, I think, this weekend. They have a great chance, undefeated this year. I mean, look at the careers they've had, and I think it's only right that they come home with some hardware after this weekend. So.
All right. Well, before I let you go, I know you got a busy weekend to prepare for. I got a anonymous question from a female viewer that I wanted to ask you.
Okay.
Before we let you go, so I figured I'd go ahead and ask since she took the time to write in and
Definitely.
Jackson, you're so great on the court. How do you keep your hair in such pristine and beautiful condition when you're out playing tennis?
Okay, so this is what I tell everyone about what I've been doing with my hair. So when I had short hair and all that stuff, shampoo, conditioner, all that jazz.
Important.
But as I started growing my hair out, the shampoo became, less and less important, and conditioning. I mean, that took over as the main role with the hair. So I've pretty much stopped shampooing my hair altogether, and I condition my hair maybe once a week. And you just got to wash every day, be clean, be cute.
That's how it is. All right, from the man himself, Jackson Takis. Thanks for coming on, Jackson.
Thanks for tuning in.
Good luck this week. And
thank you very much, Steve. Appreciate it.
Yep, you bet. All right, we're back and ready to talk some Dubuque Fighting Saints hockey with Jim Leitner. How's it going, Jim?
Not too bad. Yourself?
Oh, hanging in there. And while we're talking Saints hockey, I know unfortunately for a lot of Saints fans, it was the end of the season against a very, very good Tri-City team.
Yeah, they did. They lost Game 3 of the Clark Cup final in Kearney, Nebraska, to Tri-City Storm. It was a 3-0 series sweep in favor of the Storm. Not really the result the Fighting Saints want, but nonetheless, they had a great season with a lot of great accomplishments. So nothing really to hang their heads about.
Yeah, what do you think was the key? What do you think had the advantage for Tri-City to really turn in so many impressive performances, 3 in a row, which is tough to do?
Tri-City was a team they're a big physical team, and they had some nice speed. And what they really did was they clogged the passing lanes and they clogged the shooting lanes for the Fighting Saints, and that really frustrated Dubuque's offense. So I don't know, in the last 6 years, I don't think I've ever seen a team play or have that level of commitment to defense the way the Tri-City Storm did. So it was a great effort. They sacrificed. They really only had one forward line that really did most of the damage against the Fighting Saints. So and usually you don't see a team win a championship relying on one line, but the way they played defense and the way they blocked shots really made the difference.
Sure, and you also had a great follow-up column here this week. You mentioned that tough loss to end the season, but this Saints team has had a ton of sustained success, and it looks like they're looking pretty for the future too.
They did. They had 39 wins, which tied for the second most in franchise history. They made the playoffs for a 6th straight year. No other team in the USHL has done that. No other team in the USHL has won at least one playoff series for the last 6 years, and they're also the only team that has won 30 games in the last 6 seasons. So it speaks a lot about the organization. Over those 6 years, they've had 3 different head coaches and a lot of different player personnel, and it seems like they turn over the roster pretty much all the way every season. So it speaks a lot to the commitment of the organization to scout the right way, to bring in the right coaches and the right personnel, and that's how you can do that. Like I said, no other team has had the kind of success that they've had over the last 6 seasons. So it's definitely a sign that they're doing things the right way.
Sure, and now it's time for you breathe for a couple minutes, and then there's going to be plenty of off-season things to get underway. So.
Well, yeah, I think they have their tryout is coming up here in early June already. So they had their draft earlier in May, and so you're going to see the new look at the Fighting Saints in early June, and they're already looking forward to the next season. They do graduate. I think they're going to graduate like 16 players to NCAA Division I programs next season. So it's going to be a team with definitely a different look in the fall. Yep,
and it's going to do it for Saints Talk this week. By the magic of video editing, in about 3 seconds, that will be Brenden West. Whoa, and just like that, it's Brenden West. Holy smokes, smoke and mirrors. Anyways, Brenden, thanks for coming on to the show. It's always a pleasure.
Thanks for having me.
You bet. And, you, my friend, had a busy weekend. Iowa State track meet always seems to keep our reporters busy whenever they head down there. And you look at some of the highlights we had. D'Angelo Jackson, Dubuque senior, won his 2nd straight state championship. And the Cascade girls brought home a team championship. So kind of break down some of the action. You were there covering it all.
Yeah, well, I gotta say, I had a busy week, but I had a very fun week. There were so many great, talented local athletes to cover. You mentioned Cascade and D'Angelo, but we also had Laura Sherman, the sprinter for Dubuque Wahlert. She finally got to close out her high school career with an individual title. She won the 200, which I know that she was really excited about, a little bit emotional about too. Her younger sister Anna also competes for Wahlert in track, and that was a big motivating factor for her. We had a couple people jump up and sort of surprise us. Will Blazer, the Western Dubuque shot put thrower, he came into the event ranked I want to say like 7th overall. He winds up throwing a personal best, and he would have had actually the Class 4A shot put title for boys, but he got beat by the last throw. He winds up getting 2nd, but he's just a junior. He'll be back next year, and he's going to be looking to build on that successful season we had. We also had Grace Gudenkauf for Dubuque Senior, the high jumper. She got second place for a second year in a row. And she's one of those, she lost to a legend, Kelly DeGeorge out of Pleasant Valley, who won 4 straight high jump titles. So now that DeGeorge is gone, we'll see if maybe Grace can also climb the ladder a little bit. So I can just go on and on about all these outstanding athletes, but really it was busy, but it was fun, and a lot of these athletes are reaping the benefits now. So
yep. So and as always, busy time down at the state track meet, and an action-packed episode here of More in the Score. Kind of sums up how things are for us right now. Springtime's coming to an end, and lots of things are in way and kind of going at the playoffs and everything. So it's going to kind of wrap up this edition of TH Media More in the Score, presented by Dubuque Bank and Trust. I'm your host, Steve Ortman. He's Brenden West. We'll catch you next week.